just going to go ahead and knock these notes out. It's all pretty straightforward, so this video is going to be pretty short, and then if you just want to pause to write down any of the things that are in blue for the vocab, that is perfectly okay. So we have some important vocab. So this is talking about survey design. So this is if you want to go out and survey people by asking them a list of questions or having a questionnaire. So there's going to be some bias that could be either intentional or unintentional, but any type of bias is the influence on a study that favors a certain outcome. And so there's different types of bias, and so we're going to talk about those. So the first is question order. So where the first question suggests an answer to the second question. And so, for example, do you think movies about robots are violent? And then they could say yes or no. Do you think we should make more robot movies rated R? So if they think that movies about robots are violent, then it sort of leads them to the next question. It could be a preface, so question that starts with a statement that can bias the result of the following question. So candy is high in fat, so do you think candy is healthy? Well, if candy's high in fat, then no, it's probably not healthy. But if you just ask the question, do you think candy is healthy? It leaves it unbiased. Or you could ask two questions in one. And so this means where you ask two questions at the same time, and the respondent may agree with one part, but only allowed to give one answer. So for example, do you think our grocery store has good prices and employees? Maybe they think that it has good prices, but maybe not good employees, or vice versa. But if it's just a yes or no answer, how can you really say yes or no if you only agree with one of them? So that's two questions in one. Then there's also bias wording. So this is using pleasant or unpleasant words, which can influence the result. So do you want to buy this fashionable high quality shirt? And so if the respondent thinks, yeah, that is a fashionable high quality shirt, sure. Or if it's actually not, but you still use those pleasant words, then they're most likely going to be biased with their answer. And then there's also the desire to please. So the respondent may answer in ways to pleasure the surveyor. So for example, if your favorite actor asks, do you like my character in the newest movie? You're gonna be swayed by your answer even if you don't like their new movie. Or for example, if me, your favorite teacher, asks, should teachers get a raise? You might have a different answer if I were the one asking you versus a fellow student or somebody else in the community. So then there's also different types of questions. So we have open, closed. So basically, there's two different categories. It can either be open or closed, where the respondents can give any answer they like, or it limits the responses that can be used. So what is your favorite sport is open-ended, or closed is yes or no, is hockey your favorite sport? It's a closed answer. But then we also have another type where it's quantitative versus qualitative. So quantitative means that it's a numerical response, and qualitative means that it's a word response. And so depending on who you're surveying, there are different vocabulary that we use. So the population is the entire group members of interest. So let's say that we want to serve, like our population is the students of Highlands Ranch High School. A sample is the portion of population that is measured or surveyed. So for example, a sample could be, I'm going to measure 5 homerooms from each grade level. That would be a sample. A census is a process of measuring every member of the population. So if instead of only going to 5 homerooms, you wanted to go to every single homeroom in Highlands Ranch, then you would get the whole population. And then a statistic is just a numerical value, numerical summaries of a sample. So that is our important vocabulary. Your homework is to do the Desmos activity that I posted on Google Classroom. And so you'll just enter that code and you'll go through and it'll sort of prompt you with questions about survey bias. And so I'll make another video at some point next week to sort of go through that with some answers, but it's a cool activity. You can submit your answers and then you can also see what other people's answers are. So that's all I have for you for this video. Have a great day.